Hopefully you guys remember last unit we did something called FOIL, or we used the box method. And the technical term for the box method is called the area model. So, for example, my kid is in 3rd grade, and this is how she learned and is learning to multiply like 2-digit and 3-digit numbers. So what we did, I'm sure you'll remember, some of you liked this and some of you didn't. We put these here, and then in each of these boxes we multiplied. So x times x, 7x, and then we combined like terms, which usually lined up on the diagonal, and then we got our polynomial. So this was called using the area model to multiply. Factoring is like the opposite of foiling. It's like unfoiling. And in the last video, I talked about using the distributive property in reverse. This is like FOIL or box method in reverse. So we're going to take this, the polynomial, and turn it into this. So to start, we're going to be using this box method. So I need you to fill in all these boxes, and then we're going to kind of come down to the polynomial too. So I've got x squared plus 4x plus 3. So I know that in here I've got to get x and x to get my x squared. Okay, and down here this one needs to be 3. But now I need some combination of numbers that when added together, these two here, I get 4x. And to find those combinations of numbers, we need to find factors of 3. Thankfully, that's easy for us. It's 1 and 3. So some of this can be guess and check too. Let's see, 3x, 1x. Do I get 4x when I add them together? I do. So my polynomial that I've now just remultiplied has the factors x plus 1 and x plus 3. Okay, so my factors are these. If you would put a negative here, you would say subtract. In general, we kind of assume that it's plus unless you write a negative number. I'll do a couple more examples for you. X squared plus 10x plus 16. So again, I know these are going to be x because I need x squared here. And I need 16 here. And I need these two numbers to add to 10x. Okay, so it helps if you list factors of 16. So 1 and 16, 2 and 8, 4 and 4. And there's no need to list them the other way. And I'm already thinking I can see a pair already that add to 10. So 2 and 8. Let's try it out. I get 2x here and 8x here. If I wrote out my polynomial, I'd have x squared plus 10x plus 16. Good. And my factors then come from right here. X plus 2 and x plus 8. So this one might be a little harder, but I noticed right away this one has a negative number. And when I multiply two numbers to get negative, one has to be positive and one has to be negative. So we have to be really careful here. I know I need x and x here to get x squared. I need negative 32 here, but I need positive 4x here. So you can use your calculator for this too. How do I find factors of 32? So 1 and 32. 32 divided by 2, I get 16. 32 divided by 3. I don't get a whole number. 4 and 8. 5, 6, I don't know. 32 divided by 5, I don't get it. And I think the next one I'm going to get is 8, and there's no need to repeat. So I need to look at these. Negative 32 means one of these has to be negative. So I could either have it like this, or I could have it like this. And I know that I need to get a positive 4. So I'm going to use this combination of numbers because 8 plus negative 4 gives me positive 4. So one of these needs to be negative 4 and positive 8. So go ahead and multiply out. Did we make the right choices? 8x here, negative 4x here, and I do get negative 32. So my two factors are x minus 4 and x plus 8. You have a worksheet where all you're doing is this. You should be able to finish it in class, I have no doubt. If you have other questions, it's okay for you also to go ahead and Google something like factoring using area method, or look on YouTube, help each other out, and we can answer questions when I get back.